Nipsey Hussle's estate. This is interesting. I don't know how this information even leaks or gets out. I think it's very personal, but I think this is progress. And, Nipsey's brother had to deal with a lot of this stuff after Nipsey passed away. Unfortunately, he has to deal with a lot of the, handling of the money and where does it go. I'm sure Nipsey had him as like the second person, in his whole estate if something happened to him. But I'm hoping with all this stuff being sorted out, he can finally start focusing on the music. I know it's very selfish of me to say, very greedy of me to say. I've been waiting forever, man, and I understand though. I take your time completely. I would be the first one supporting Nipsey and buying the new project, putting money in their pockets. I bought a lot of Marathon clothing too, which is cool. Very quality stuff too. It's worth the price. When you look at the price, you're like, damn, that's high. But then when you actually get the shirt or the hoodie or whatever, very quality stuff. See, I got Puma on right now. So Nipsey Hussle. Anyways, let's go over the article. Nipsey Hussle's estate has finally been fairly and equitably settled, with his $11.3 million net worth set to be split evenly between his son Cross and his daughter Imani. Court documents obtained by Radar Online reveal that Sam Asghedom, which is Black Sam, aka his brother, submitted the final estate report to the court on Wednesday, November 1st, which gives all the details about the Racks in the Middle rapper's estate for legal consideration. Black Sam, who has been the executor of Nipsey Hussle's estate since the rapper's murder in March of 2019, has been ordered to divvy up his brother's assets between the two children, who are the sole heirs to his estate. Because all of the creditors' claims and tax issues have been solved, Cross, whom Nipsey shares with Lauren London, and Imani, who Nipsey's mother is Nipsey Hussle's ex, Tanisha Foster, will receive equal shares of $11.3 million in funds. London will receive her son's share on his behalf, and the share includes half the money in the late rapper's bank accounts, plus a 50% of share of his businesses, including the Marathon Clothing Company. So 50% shares in the businesses, which are going to make money, and then the bank account. So the bank account obviously is not going to make money. It's just money that's sitting there, and that's going to be divvied up. But the businesses owning 50% of that, obviously it's going to continuously bring income in, especially the music, because Nipsey owned a lot of it, or all of it damn near. I mean, the Atlantic Records deal he said it's such a good lucrative deal that I'm sure he owns like 80% of it. So that's going to be divvied up every time, music comes in. And that's what you work hard for, man. It's unfortunate that Nipsey passed away so early. I'm sure this estate would have been worth billions, because Nipsey was that type of hustler to the point where, he would have been a billionaire by at least 50 years old, 45, 50 years old. He would have been there. He died at 33. So he still had a long, long career in life to live. But I mean, that's what you work hard for. When you have kids, that's what you do. You work hard, build everything up. And, once it's time to go, you hopefully set everybody up right. And that's exactly what's happening here. So let's see here. Black Sam, meanwhile, will receive Imani's share on her behalf, as he was able to successfully petition the court for guardianship of the right hand to God rapper's daughter due to Foster being ruled an unfit mother. So back in March, Black Sam revealed that Cross and Imani were both part owners of the brick-and-mortar Marathon clothing store. Sam noted the business move would help set Nipsey's children up for the future and allow them to experience ownership. He continued saying that the acquisition will help reinforce the value of owning real estate and property with Nip's kids, which is especially critical considering all the ups and downs associated with the business world. He said, when I say we own it, it's in Hussle's kids' names. This is something their father worked for and that they own, and that's important to me. Also, just having a brick and mortar once again reinforced what Nipsey Hussle told us and taught us. Sam added, whether you're shit booming or online or not, just having the brick and mortar and being able to pass it down through the family, I think is important. I agree, man. That's land. That's property at the end of the day. Yeah, I think they were breaking down how much was what at one post, I think. But 11.3 million divided into, what is the math on that? Like 5.7 million each, maybe something like that. I don't know. My math is horrible, but let's see here. I'm trying to see what the breakdown was. Yeah, so here's the actual breakdown of all the money, like what that 11.3 million is. The estate has a 2012 Chevy Suburban worth $17,000, 100% membership interest in All Money Inc. worth $2.4 million, 100% interest in Marathon Studios, 100% interest in the Marathon Touring, worth $606,000, 100% interest in the Marathon Clothing Inc., worth $271,000, and they estimate Nipsey's trademark to be worth around $913,000. In addition, they have various other businesses and companies worth over $1 million. The grand total assets comes to about $11,355,596.64. Sam has asked the courts for permissions to pay lawyers who worked on the case $130,000. Damn, it's a lot for lawyers, bro. $130,000 to work on this. I mean, it's been since 2019. So that's quite some time. But yeah, the Marathon Touring being worth $606,000, that's kind of surprising to me, because what is Marathon Touring? Maybe his artist touring? That's because I don't know how that would be worth, because, Nipsey's passed away. You can't tour. Maybe just licensing the music to be played at concerts. That's another thing too. The trademark, his name, that's worth a lot. $913,000. That's going to be valued higher and higher as the years go on, because Nipsey, all that can happen to Nipsey now is he can get more and more known as the years go on. More and more people are going to know about him. As long as like new music comes out, here's the thing. There are some people, when they pass away, celebrities, people mourn them, but for the most part, people forget as the years go on. More and more people forget. And then there are celebrities that transcended what they did, so they're forever going to be remembered. And I think Nipsey Hussle did that. Well, but we just didn't know when he was alive, which I knew, I could tell just based off interviews. Like, damn, I remember watching an interview, I think from Big Boy in 2018. I was like, damn, he's got a lot of quotes, man. This guy's going to these are clips that are going to live on forever. Not even knowing that he's going to die the next year, obviously, but just saying, he has a lot of motivational quotes, a lot of motivational things, a lot of things that he speaks on that will outlast him. Sometimes what you say lives longer than actually what you're doing. What you say, like Tupac's quotes, what is it? They got money for wars, but can't, feed the poor. That's always a quote that's here, even with the wars going on right now. They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. That's always something that's always going to be, said. Michael Jackson, that's his quote. Michael Jackson has quotes, I'm stepping with the man in the mirror. Anyways, lots of different people, man. They got different quotes, different things, and just that outlives them sometimes. Muhammad Ali has quotes for ages, that forever will outlive him. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Like, everybody knows that. So I'm saying that to say that with these quotes, with these things that Nipsey's always put out in these interviews, that's going to last, I think, and that's going to keep Nipsey's, trademark alive, revenue flowing in. Obviously, the music too, but it's interesting breakdown, man. I didn't know this is all public. The bank accounts had funds totaling about $5,997,092. Bank accounts, we're talking, several bank accounts. So, that's a lot of money. It's no joke, man. The kids will forever be good as long as they don't, blow through this stuff when they get older. They'll be perfectly fine. 11.3 million or whatever amount is. Yeah, 11.3 million. That's more than enough to survive off. Just even if they blow through that 5 million, basically $6 million in the bank account. Let's just say they each get 3. They blow through that 3 million like instantly. As long as they keep 100% stake in these other things, besides the car, obviously, because the car, that's just gonna depreciate in value as the years go on. But as long as they All Money Inc. worth 2.4 million, Marathon Studios, Marathon Touring, all these things, the clothing, trademark. As long as they keep these things, they should be good, man, because you're gonna be making money from those things every time. Eat forever. I saw somebody in the comments, I forget, somebody in the comments said it's like an infinite money glitch. If you own a song or an album that forever is a classic, it's forever going to be around. It's an infinite money glitch, which is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all this information kind of coming out. It's pretty weird, but it is what it is. If you're a public figure, you just got to go with. That's what you just got to expect these things. So, shout out to Nipsey Hussle's kids, man. Hope they're doing great, and just know your father worked hard for this. So, be smart with the money. And shout out to Black Sam making it happen. We need that new music. Appreciate it.